Right? And then they want to do your accent to you to help you. You from the South? Higgity, diggity, diggity. I'm going to try something tonight. Because we're doing the special and the cameras are here, and because I'm in the South and I feel a little more comfortable here, I want to try something I don't normally do. I'm going to try and tell you a joke. I know what you're thinking. Oh, Craig, come on, not a joke! Not from you, Craig. There's professional comedians for that kind of thing. Not a joke from you, Craig. From you, we want tales of the old country, Craig. Tell us about the time you lived in the swamp with Shrek. Tell us about that. What was that like, Craig? Oh, wee farty poo, aye, donkey, oh, aye. That's right. No, I want to tell you this joke. It's important for me because it's a dirty joke. Steady. No, it's a dirty joke, and I can't tell it on my TV show because it's such a dirty joke, and there's cuss words in it, too. Oh, yeah. Listen, I will be cussing tonight. That just so as you know. No, I will. Don't fucking owe me. I'll be cussing. Now, don't wave your finger at me. You knew when you got here there'd be cussing. If you thought you were coming here tonight, and every time I cussed, a little flag was going to appear, and someone's going, Tuesday Fruits or something. Ooh la la. I swear it's going to be a long fucking night for you if you thought I was going to be that. I can't cuss on TV and it bothers me. No, it does. Yeah, it does. It does bother me, because when I was a young man, I was in punk rock groups and everything, and I was like, fuck you, man, fuck you. You'll never get me wearing a suit and sitting behind a desk. And now, every night, wearing a suit, sitting behind a desk, can't even say fuck. Your movie sounds great, you fucking asshole. No, I don't want to give you the wrong impression. I wasn't just in punk rock bands, by the way. I was also in a heavy metal band once. One heavy metal band. Oh, yeah. You know, if you'd have heard this, you wouldn't be making that noise. You'd be like, ah, and running out. We were terrible. We were the worst heavy metal band. We were terrible. I was 15 years old when I was in this band. We were called Stag. We used to wear spandex pants and no underwear. Yeah, we looked like marble smugglers. Yeah. We were terrible. 15-year-old heavy metal band. And you know your heavy metal band's gonna suck when you've got a clarinet player. Get your motor running. But we had to have the clarinet player because his dad had a car and he was willing to drive us around, so we had to have the fucking clarinet player. But the clarinet player was an artist, and he said, I'll do as a bass drum skin. It'll be fucking awesome. We were like, really? He went, yeah, it'll be a picture of a stag. But get this, a stag with its antlers on fire. We were like, fuck yeah! Yeah! But no, see, it didn't work out like that because he wasn't that talented, this kid. So it didn't look like a stag with his antlers on fire. It looked like a badger with red hair. I was the clarinet player. Yeah, that's right. But no more. Now I sit on TV and I can't say fuck. It bothers me, you know, it bothers me that I can't cuss on TV, because I'm a very cussy man. I am a very cussy man. Not an angry cusser, I'm not one of them fuck you cussers like that. Like a fuck you, fuck, like that, like fuck. I don't have to do that, I just like doing that. But I'm not one of them fuck guys like that, like a dog. That's what dogs are saying, by the way, fuck. They are saying it not in an adorable dog language, they're saying it in English. Fuck. Fuck. Dogs are saying fuck. Cats don't say fuck, but they're thinking it. They're thinking, fuck you. No, I like to cuss. I'm not an angry cusser. I'm not a fuck you guy. I'm more kind of like, shut the fuck up, like that. Like friendly cussing, like, no fucking way, shit, fuck no. Like that helps me be more adorable to people. I know I've heard all the arguments against cussing, you know, oh, Craig, come on, cussing just shows a lack of vocabulary. And I think, oh, shut the fuck up. No, it does not. Some of the greatest minds in history love to cuss. Shakespeare cussed all the time, but he did it in that fancy Renfair language, so nobody knew he was cussing. And like, to be or not to be? Fucked if I know. I'm paraphrasing, but that's what he meant, right? What I'm saying is I like to cuss. It helps me be friendly to people. It emphasizes my friendliness. Like, if you see a friend of yours, right, and they've got new pants on, and you go, oh, those are nice new pants, they'll go, oh, thanks very much. But if you go, whoa, great fucking pants, they're like, I know, aren't they? Man, I saw them in the store, I was just like, fuck! I understand you got to be appropriate. You can't walk up to the Pope and say, great fucking pants, Your Holiness. You can do that. Well, that doesn't work anyway, because, well, the Pope doesn't wear pants. He wears that big dress. He's got a big old dress and the hat. Actually, two hats. He's got the big hat and then the little hat for windy days. Hey, what's the weather like today? It's a little bit windy, Pope. Okay, I'll wear the little hat. I'll get to this joke in a minute, but you see that... Do you know the Pope? This is true. I will get to the joke, but you know the Pope actually has special slippers designed for him by the Italian fashion designer Prada. This is true. They make them just for the Pope. It's not like you can go and buy a line of them. You can't go to the Gap and go, give me some Pope slippers. It's just for the Pope. And they've got, you know, special designs and a little crest and writing on them and stuff. It says P-O on one and P-E on the other. Hey, read my slippers here, I'm the Pope. And my name is the Peppo. I'm a Peppo, I'm a the Pope, I'm Peppo, I'm a the Pope. All right, you're right. You're right, that's too much. Leo, you can go too far, Craig, you're right. Anyway, the Pope doesn't talk like that. He's not even Italian anymore, the Pope. He's German. Yeah. So he wouldn't talk like that. He would be more kind of, as you are no doubt aware, I am the Pope. Observe my slippers. My name is Peppo. I realize this is an unusual name for a German, but my family was in the circus, so shut up, all right? All right, you're right. I won't do the Pope. That's ridiculous. What I'm saying is, I'm not allowed to cuss. I can't cuss, you know, on TV, and I'm not allowed to cuss at home either. I can't cuss at home because I've got a 9.5-year-old son, and for some reason, not connected to his DNA, he seems to be an attack dog for the fucking FCC. He does. He follows me around with that little jar of his. You said the F word, Daddy, nickel in a jar. I'm like, fuck you. He's like, nickel in a jar. I'm like, fuck you, nickel in a jar. Like, who the fuck are you, nickel in a jar, Daddy? I just pay him in advance now. I'm like, son, there's 20 bucks. I gotta call your mother. Do you know what my son said to me? He said, you know, he asked me what the F word means. I said, it's a naughty word, son. He's like, no shit, Dad, I'm getting rich. There's a nickel, I can afford it. No, he said to me, what does the F word mean? I said, it's a very naughty word, son. It's very, very naughty. It's a naughty word for sex. He's like, you know about sex, Dad? I was like, yeah, I remember it vaguely. Why'd you ask? I said, do you know about sex? He said, yeah. I said, oh, wait there, this will be adorable. I'll get the video camera. I'll ask him about sex. This will be great. Because he's 9.5. What's he going to say about sex? Santa, angels, moonbeams. It'll be adorable. He'll be like that Bill Cosby, kids are funny little motherfuckers, that thing. See? I'm paraphrasing, but that's what he means. Anyway, so, you know, I thought I'll film him, you know, he'll tell me about sex, and then I'll wait till he's about 14, and then I'll say, hey, remember that money in the swear jar? I'll take it back now, or this shit goes on YouTube, you little bastard. You're welcome, parents. So I set him up and I said, do you know about sex, son? He said, I know all about sex, Dad. I went, all right, what do you know about sex? He said, I know all about sex. Penis, vagina, glory hole, dirty Sanchez, rusty trombone, Cleveland steamer. I'm like, what the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? Cleveland steamer, what is that? Well, never mind, never mind. I never taught my son about sex. I didn't. I will never teach my son about sex. Just like my father never taught me, and his father never taught him. And it's a fucking miracle Scottish people didn't die out in the Middle Ages. Scottish people don't talk about sex. We can't. It's too embarrassing for us. We can't talk about it. If a Scottish person wants to talk about sex, we just kind of giggle and walk backwards and point at our genitals. It's true. If you go to Scotland and you see someone that looks like they might be special and they have to go to the bathroom, they don't. They just find you attractive. Nobody talks about sex in Scotland. Scottish gynecologists don't even talk about sex. It's just like, get up on the table there, Mrs. Henderson, lift up your skirt. We'll take a look at your magic baby door. Nobody talks. So I said to my son, I said, who taught you about sex, son? This is awful. Was it the creepy guy in the school parking lot? I said, because my son goes to the same school as Charlie Sheen's kids, so I thought it might be that, you know. Oh. Hey, what? What? Hey, what? You ooh me for Charlie Sheen and you're okay with the Pope thing? What the hell happened to you? Oh, Craig, come on, Charlie Sheen. What did he ever do apart from hold a knife to his wife's throat on Christmas Eve? Put the hooker in the closet. Oh, poor Charlie, you're right. I shouldn't go after Charlie. He had to go to jail on Christmas Eve. Yeah, in fucking Aspen. The jail in Aspen has been on the cover of Architectural Digest. So I said to my son, who taught you about sex, son? He said, the teachers. I said, the teachers at school? He went, yeah. And I was in fourth grade. He's like, yeah. Like, what the fuck? He said, that's a nickel. I went, fuck you. I never get taught about sex when I was in the fourth grade. I never actually had the fourth grade. I was in Scotland. I was working up a chimney. Because there was no sex education in Scotland. And, well, that's not true, actually. When I was about 15 years old in science class one day, I remember I was sitting around with the rest of the guys in Stag. And we were waiting for the science teacher to come in one morning. His name was Mr. Weir. Nasty, bitter, old, vicious alcoholic. I don't know what the fuck was going on with the Scottish Education Board in the 1970s. It was like, do you like whiskey? Do you hate kids? The job's yours. Anyway, we were sitting in science class and we were waiting for Mr. Weir to come in and, you know, and then he came in and we knew there was something wrong when he came in because he was like... And this is true, he was carrying a little aquarium with him, a little fish tank, but there were no fish in it. It was just no water, just a rock with 2 toads on it. And he said, pay attention, everyone. This is Mr. and Mrs. Toad. They're married. They were married in a church by a Protestant minister. And now they want to have a baby. See how Mr. Toad is pushing his shame branch? See how he's pushing his shame branch against Mrs. Toad's magic baby door? Do you see that? That was my sex education in Scotland. That was it. Watching 2 toads fucking in a fish tank. That's it. The miracle sparkle of new life. Yeah. That was all I ever knew. For years, I thought the only way to get a girl to go out with you was run up behind her, grab her hair, spit in it, and shout, rivet. It's true. If I saw a woman I was attracted to across a crowded room, I'd be like... You know the weirdest thing? It fucking works. It does. You gotta go... You're like, get lost, you freak. I like him. That was it. That was my sex education, the two-tone. So consequently, I'm very old-fashioned about sex. I'm not like the youngsters today with their new ideas about sex, you know, photographing your genitals and texting them to each other and all that shit. The hell is wrong with you people? Ah, this'll be sexy. Ka-chink. No, I'm very old-fashioned about sex. I'm a romantic. I don't need all that emailing and phones and cameras and shit. I'm a romantic. I'm an old-fashioned about sex. A couple of hookers, some blow, a midget, I'm good. I don't... That's how we used to do it. That's how we used to do it. That's the old-fashioned way. When things were simpler. I would never send any of them sexy emails. That's how you get caught. I would never send one. I don't mind getting them at craig@theinternet/google.com, but I... Seriously. I'd never send a sexy email. That's how Tiger Woods got caught. He was sending all them sexy emails from his phone, and then his wife was in the kitchen one day, and she's like, oh, I can't find the kitchen phone. I'll just use Tiger's phone. I was like, ah! Tiger, I'm gonna need a 9-iron for this. Come here, you bastard! See, when Tiger Woods got caught in that big sex scandal, I was like you ladies, I was outraged. Outraged. It's kind of good if you're a guy, though, because it just makes you look great. Oh, I'm sorry I forgot to take out the garbage, honey. I was too busy not having sex with 14 mistresses. Sorry. See, when Tiger Woods got caught in the sex scandal and everybody said, oh, Tiger Woods, his career is ruined. He's ruined. He'll never play golf again. He will never play golf again. He'll be hopeless now. And I'm thinking, are you sure? Are you sure? Are you thinking this through? I think once this blows over a bit, he's going to be better at golf. Better. Because clearly he never practiced before. He wasn't practicing. He's just fucking and winning. Fucking and winning, 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 fucking and winning. Hey, Tiger, you want to go to the driving range? Sorry, no time, just fucking and winning. And then, when he did come back to golf, and everybody, like the whole country watched his return to golf, Tiger's return after the scandal, everybody's watching, and I'm thinking, what the hell do you expect to see here? It's professional golf, he's just gonna golf. What do you think, he's gonna go nuts and fuck the hole or something? Like, I gotta make this putt, I gotta get back in the... fuck it. Ah! The whole country, we're all watching it. Everyone watching his pants as he walked up the fairway. It moved, did you see it? It moved. See, when a big celebrity gets caught in a sex scandal like that, though, and I hear about it in the morning, I'm like, oh, fuck yeah, easy day at work. It's awesome. Oh, yeah. So it was like the best one ever was when Dick Cheney shot his lawyer in the face. I was like, oh, fuck, yeah. Oh, fantastic. He shot his lawyer in the face? Yeah, oh, beautiful. Did the lawyer die? No, the lawyer lived. Because if the lawyer dies, you have to wait a day. Hey, for a human, it's 3 days. Wait. Let's just stop for a second to discuss what kind of fucking reaction that was there. Oh, Craig, that's a terrible thing. Actually, now we think about it, no, we agree with you. Even lawyers are like, he's right, we're assholes. I met Dick Cheney when I was at the White House. I was speaking at the White House Correspondents' Dinner, and I met Dick Cheney there. I was terrified. He's like a fucking Bond villain. He is. He's like... He does this with his hand. There's nothing there. He just does it. He's stroking an imaginary pussy. If that's a crime, lock me up. But I was actually terrified when I met him because I said some mean things about him in the speech, and then after it, I was like, is that okay? But oh no, I loved it. I can take it. I enjoyed myself. I enjoyed it very much. Now you enjoy your audit. And you know what? I got fucking audited. I know. Anyway, that's my job now, apparently. Pick on celebrities that have got caught with their pants down. I never used to give a shit about it, but now I have to pay attention to it, apparently. The first time it happened when I got the late night show, the first one I ever had to deal with was the Kevin Costner sex scandal. Remember that? Yeah, nobody fucking remembers that. Which tells me two things. One, Kevin Costner has a great publicist, and two, none of you fuckers was watching my show in the first year. It's all right. That's right. I don't even fucking watch it now. Well, very briefly, the first one, the Kevin Costner sex scandal. Well, actually, it was golf-related again. He was in Scotland, of all places. Kevin Costner went to Scotland to play golf at St Andrews, the royal and ancient home of golf. And apparently, after his golf game, or allegedly, for legal reasons, he was getting a massage, and he asked the masseuse for a happy ending. What we would now call an Al Gore. Okay. Anyway, by the way, when he did this, you know, he wasn't just on any vacation in Scotland. He was on his honeymoon. Oh, yes. Feel a little more comfortable judging him now, don't you? Oh, thanks, Craig. Yes, now we can enjoy it just a little more. No, apparently, I don't know if it's true, but apparently that's what he did. He asked the masseuse for a happy ending, and I'm thinking, Kevin, who the hell goes to the royal and ancient home of golf and thinks, I wonder if I can get my 3-wood polished while I'm here? And I'm thinking, the masseuse is Scottish. Are you out of your mind? If I could get a Scottish woman to give me a hand job, I would never have fucking emigrated. The hell? You're a bad girl, aren't you? Anyway, so apparently he did this. I don't know if he did it or not, but I heard about it, and, you know, I thought, well, it's my job now to make fun of this. This is my job, I guess. And so that night I talked about it on the show. I didn't do much. I punned on his movie titles a little bit. I think I said Lap Dances with Wolves and Field of Creams, I think I did. People will come, Ray. No, I didn't do that. I didn't do that. I didn't. I fucking should have done that, but I didn't do that. Anyway, that's what I did that night on the show. And then the next night, you move on to the next thing. I'd forgotten all about it. You move on, you get the robot or the puppets or the whatever the hell you're doing. And before, you know, a couple of weeks after that, I get invited to a big Hollywood party. Now, I don't normally go to big Hollywood parties because I'm not normally invited to big Hollywood parties. But I got invited, so I went, and I got introduced to Kevin Costner. And I'd forgotten all about this thing, but he had fucking not. I don't know if you know this, but Kevin Costner has a TV. And occasionally he can't sleep. Oh, fuck, it was awful. He was going right in my face about it. He was like, and I was like, and he was like, and I was like, and he was like, anyway, I talked to him for a while, and he's not a bad guy, Kevin Costner, as it turned out. I felt terrible. I just felt awful. I thought, oh, I'm a dick. I'm a fucking dick. And now Kevin Costner hates me. Bah! So, no, I felt awful about it, and I thought, you know, from now on I'm going to try and not offend celebrities if I can avoid it, but you can't fucking avoid it. You can't. I mean, you can upset them. Some of them have very fragile egos. I know, it was news to me. In fact, that's the noise I made. No, you can upset people without even knowing you're doing it. I got into terrible trouble with the actress Kate Winslet, and I didn't even know until we tried to book her on the show. And the bookers called up her agent, and her agent said, Kate will never be on that show, not after what Craig said about her. I was like, I never said anything about her. I never said I... Oh, yeah, didn't we? Well, I wasn't really talking about her. I was talking about the movie Titanic, which she was in. And I love that movie. I love the movie Titanic. It's a great movie. I particularly enjoy the work of Leonardo DiCaprio. I think he's a great actor. Fat, thin, beard, no beard, happy, sad. He can do fucking everything. And I've only one problem. At the end of that movie, when they're in the water, the ship's sunk, and she's on the door, and he's in the water, and he's like, I'm dying. He's really good, isn't he? I mean, that's how good he is. He's like, I'm dying, so cold, I'm dying. And she's like, yes, you are dying, it's terribly sad, bye. I'm thinking, you know what, there's room on that door for two people right there. I mean, this isn't some hardwood piece of shit we're talking about. This is a giant door built in the shipyards of Belfast by union members. This is a big thing. This has been curled and worked at. There's brass fittings on it. This motherfucker is mahogany. This is a big, big door. Cuban families come to America on doors like this. By the way, a word of advice, never say that in Miami. Anyway, I had a problem with the logic at the end because I thought the two of them would get on the door. So I was talking about it, and I'm a passionate person. I was getting involved in talking about it, and in the heat of the moment, I said, "Oh, come on, Kate, move over, you fat bitch." Now I don't mean, hey, let me finish. Let me finish. I don't mean she's fat. She's not fat. She's not fat. And even if she was fat, I wouldn't comment on a woman's weight. What do I look? I'm fucking suicidal. I'm not an idiot. I don't comment on a woman's weight. I'm post-feminism. I understand. I'm reconstructed man. I'm like, keep your fucking mouth shut. I understand it. I would never comment on a woman's weight. I don't do it. I don't think it's right to do it. And I felt it, and I struggle with it too. I feel your pain, sisters. So I honestly felt terrible. So I called up the agent myself. I went, you know what, God, I feel awful about this. This is a terrible thing. Look, let's get Kate on the show, and we'll do a show about this, because this is bullshit. I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be that guy. I'm not that guy. We'll get her on the show. We'll talk about it. I'll say I'm sorry. I'm a dick. I'm a douchebag. She's gorgeous. We'll do all that. And the agent said, I'll just have to call someone, and I'll call you back. And I went, oh, right. And she called me back 5 minutes later and said, Kate will never be on your show. And I said, fine, tell her she's a fat bitch. But she's not. She's not a fat bitch. I don't know the woman at all. I never met her in my life. I'm sure she's a lovely woman in every way. Well, not every way. She's an actress. She's probably a fucking sociopath. But she's not a fat sociopath. And you know what? Even if she was fat, I wouldn't care, because I like that. Huh. Yeah, that's right. I said it. I like it. I like a woman with a bit of... I know. I like a bit of... Ooh, yeah. I like a bit of... Let's get you up the stairs. I like all that. I do. I like to slap and then watch the wave. I like all that. There's a name for men like me that like women like that. We're called heterosexuals. That's right. That's right. Ladies, if your man likes you to be too skinny, very, very skinny, he's not your husband, he's your gay friend. Someone's looking a little bit fat. Really? Someone's looking a little bit gay. You're welcome, girls. Use it anytime. Anytime you like. For free and for fun. My gift to you. Anytime you like, use it. Enjoy your fries. Anyway, what I'm saying is I have to deal with the celebrities and I fucking teach them a lesson when they get into trouble, or even, my heart's not in it. The worst one was when I had to do the David Letterman sex scandal. I was like, oh, fuck, really? Thanks. Because I don't know if you know, David Letterman is my boss, right? Now, this is my boss, and he's caught in a sex scandal. Now, the job is, you know, make fun of the people who are caught in the sex scandal, but in this case, it's my boss. Now, I have to do the job, but I'd quite like to keep the fucking job. It's like trying to do a Rubik's Cube in a burning building. I was like, shit. Actually, when I first heard about Dave's sex scandal, I shat my pants. It was awful because... Well, you can't say shat your pants in Nashville? All right, I soiled my britches when I heard about it. What I mean is I got a fright because I was walking around the house in the morning and the TV was on and I wasn't paying attention. I was just doing my thing, getting ready and stuff, and the TV, the news was on, and I heard the anchorman say, CBS late night host caught in sex scandal. I was like, Fabio, you bitch! And then I was like, oh. What can I tell you? I like big women. Do you remember, I'm going to get to this joke. Do you remember when Fabio got hit in the face by a goose? Remember that? Fabio, they were opening a new amusement park somewhere. I think it was in Florida or the Midwest. Busch Gardens, it was called. I'd go, that's a great name, actually, Busch Garden. Busch Garden? You had me at Busch. But they were opening up this new amusement park. It's a true story. And they said, we need to get a celebrity, you know, for this new amusement park. Someone that's going to bring in the kids. And they're like, oh, Fabio. And they got Fabio. And it was the first ride of the roller coaster. And Fabio was going to be, you know, the first guy to ride the roller coaster in Busch Gardens. But they had this thing, and Fabio was in the front car, and it started up, and it was kind of going going up the thing, the hill for the first time. And Fabio was sitting there, and his shirt was open, his hair's all blowing. He's like, ah! It wasn't even windy. He can just do that. He was like, ah! And just as it got to the top, just to the, a goose is flying by, and the goose went, fucking hell, is that Fabio? What the, ah! And as the goose is dying, it's thinking, what are the fucking odds of this? Death by Fabio? But they had to do an emergency stop at the roller coaster, and they brought it around quickly, and Fabio was all fucked up. He was, oh, it was terrible. No, you shouldn't laugh, it was awful. He was all mad, and he was angry, and there was feathers and beak marks, little web footprints and stuff. And he was all, ah! He looked like he'd been eating a live chicken or something. He's like, ah! But he was okay, but a couple of days later, this is true, he tried to start a kind of We Are the World thing for people that had been hit in the face by geese while riding on roller coasters. That's true! We were hit by geese! It really hurt! The little beak went in my cheek and now I'm fucked. But actually, it didn't work out because, you know, they looked up and they're like, actually, in the history of the human race and roller coasters, this has never fucking happened before. The odds are astronomical. This could never happen, but it did. And you know what? See, when something that unlikely happens, something that weirdly out of the ordinary, that to me proves the existence of God. Proves it. You know God exists and God has a sense of humor. Because God's watching Fabio and he's like, is that Fabio? How does he do that thing with the shirt and the hair? It's not even windy over here. Hey, come here and look at this. Come here, come here. Just come here. It'll be funny. Come here. Yeah, I'm gonna. Yes, I am. Boom, yeah! How'd you feel now, atheists? Think about that when you're driving home in your Prius, you fucking hippie. That's right, I said it. Get an engine, you communist. I don't like you, and I don't like your fucking little car. I don't like them Priuses, they're too quiet. I feel like I'm gonna wake up one night and there'll be one at the end of my bed. I recycle. Do you? No, that's how I've proved to myself the existence of God. I now no longer have a struggle with faith. I've proved to myself the existence of God. I will prove to you right now, tonight, the existence of God using my unlikeliness theory, right? Here it is, the unlikeliness theory. I will prove to you now the existence of God. Siegfried and Roy. Bear with me. For this, we have to go back in time. We're going back in time to Vienna, Austria. It's 1974. There's a little fog in the street, just that low fog, like a Smashing Pumpkins video. A young man is walking the streets. He is forlorn and dejected. His name is Siegfried. I am forlorn and dejected. I am doomed to a life of loneliness, for no one will ever share my interests. My only two interests are lion taming and cock. Who in all of Austria would also be interested in lion taming and cock? Hi, Siegfried, I'm Roy. I'm also interested in lion taming and cock. Two gay Austrian lion tamers? What are the fucking odds of that? What are the odds of that? I also like white tigers. I love white tigers! How'd you feel now, atheists? Let me ask you a question, atheists, when you're driving home in them little Priuses. Who do you call on when the brakes fail in that little shit box? Shut. Oh no, help me! Spontaneous chemical reaction! What am I talking? Oh yeah, Dave's sex scandal. The Dave sex scandal was terrible, terrible for me. The only thing that I was grateful for, there was no sex tape. Because, no, I love Dave, but I don't want to see that. Actually, I don't watch the sex tapes. I try not to watch the celebrity sex videotapes because a lot of these people are going to be on the show. And I don't want that in my head when I meet someone for the first time. Like, oh yeah, I remember his cock from the internet. How you doing? That's why Tommy Lee has never been on the show, because I've seen that one. Actually, before I saw that video, I didn't know Tommy Lee was Scottish. And the other one that I wish I'd seen, but I never saw, were the Carrie Prejean sex tapes. Do you remember Carrie Prejean? She was a Miss California beauty queen. No, you don't, but thanks. I haven't made a noise for a while. Carrie Prejean was a Miss California beauty queen who became Miss USA, and she got into terrible trouble because during the question and answer part of the beauty pageant, you know, when they grill the girls to find out if they're smart enough to be beauty queens, if you don't get this right, you're ugly. And by the way, beauty is decided by Donald Trump? That's like a midget deciding who's the tallest. What the fuck? Did you ooh me for Donald Trump? Fucking seriously? Anyway, Carrie Prejean was this, she got into terrible trouble because during the question and answer thing, it came out that she was against gay marriage. So all the people that are for gay marriage were like, what? And all the people that were against gay marriage were like, hooray! But then her time in the media was fucked up because sex tapes come out where apparently she had been sending sex tapes to her boyfriend on her phone. Just of her. Just her on her own. No one else in the tape. Which I think is a level of confidence I could only aspire to. That's amazing. I'm making a sex tape. Really? Who's in it? Just me. Who else do you need? Actually, when a woman does that, that's actually awesome. A woman, that would be great. A man should never do that, though. Never say, no woman wants to see that on her phone. That would be bad. Here's me thinking about you, honey. Can't wait to see you tonight. A woman get that on her phone, she'd be like, take out my eyes. I can never use them again. She got into terrible trouble, this Carrie Prejean woman, and she had to go on Larry King to defend herself. By the way, I love Larry King. I do. I really love Larry King. I hate that he's retiring and being replaced by some British fuck. We don't need foreigners in American television. What the fuck is going on? That's right. You had to go. I do. I love Larry King. I do. Larry King is, like, that's the way you should grow old. Like Larry King. Larry King typifies, for me, the spirit of the punk rock movement. Absolutely. Because he's like, you know, like you young people, you're like, I don't give a fuck what you think, man. You give a fuck. You comb your hair. You wear deodorant. Larry doesn't fucking give a shit about any of that. Larry doesn't give a fuck what you think. It's true. I've been on his show. Larry will look you directly in the eyes, fart really loudly, and not break eye contact. He's like,